I'm Markeia.
Want to hear something scary?
Graveyard Smash, Part 2. When things go wrong, we look for comfort. But when there's no one to turn to, we rely on instinct. Our inner strength that has just been waiting to shine. Join us as we conclude our story of a young vampire hunter named Cina. Terror washed over Cina as the enormity of the situation hit her. She had revealed herself as a vampire hunter to Dylan, an ancient vampire disguised as a teen in her high school. But she had failed to stake that vampire directly through the heart. Despite years of training, she had allowed a treacherous monster to live, roam free, and no doubt he was already plotting his revenge. Fear lodged in Cina's throat, along with the realization of how much danger she was in and the disappointment it was sure to cause her parents. Somehow, she managed to walk home from the Halloween party at Old Wakefield Cemetery. She was still shaking as she threw herself onto the bed, screaming into the pillow. Exhaustion threatened to take over, but first, she reached for her phone. There were no new messages from her parents. This should have set off alarm bells, but she was just so tired. As she typed out a quick text to them, "I failed. I'm so sorry. I need you. Are you almost done? C." Instantly, she looked at the screen. No new alerts. It wasn't her cell. It was always on vibrate. So where did that sound come from? Her heart rate rose again. This time, it had nothing to do with Dylan, the vampire in the graveyard. "Mom," she texted. Her mom's phone was pinging inside the house, somewhere very close by. She froze. This time, it was her cell. The text came from her mom's number. "Hello, Cina. Never trust a text. It could be from anyone.
By the way, your parents were delicious. Draining them gave me all the strength I needed to come and find you."
She took a deep breath and tried to focus. Her life depended on it. She quickly glanced around the room. The closet door was ajar. She always kept that shut. She could see the top of her backpack, still lying where she had dropped it on the rug beside the bed. The backpack contained several stakes, holy water, salt, and a silver dagger. Cina surged forward and recovered the arsenal, rolling over to the closet, stake now in her hand. The vampire burst out from behind her clothing, fangs bared. Snarling and hissing through deadly teeth, it was hard to remember Dylan, who had been so charming in human form. But her witnessing him killing that poor homeless guy before the Halloween party had been the final proof she had needed to know the monster behind his dimpled smile. Rage tamped down all her fear and pain. She didn't even notice the flood of tears streaming down her face. With supernatural speed and strength, Dylan threw himself at her, and they wrestled as she tried desperately to maintain her balance. He pinned her arm with the stake between the two of them, away from its intended target. He went to bite her, grazing her neck with razor-sharp fangs. She gave a whimper of defeat. Like most vampires, Dylan enjoyed seeing his victims cower, so he pulled back to witness her defeat, grinning maniacally. But it was all an act. Cina dropped the stake into her unpinned hand and plunged it straight into his fetid heart. This time, it was a direct hit, and the ancient beast who had murdered her parents gave a single gasp before its shell of skin turned black with rot and exploded into a cloud of rancid dust. Now, Cina could mourn her dear parents' demise, but also be strengthened by the fact that this would be a Halloween she would never forget. Her first Halloween as a true monster hunter. I always love a manhunt story. And you know, if you have listened to prior seasons of Over My Dead Body, how well this series does this kind of investigation. Now they're back for a third season with a story about corruption, betrayal, and the secrets of a fallen hero. Without giving anything away, this season is about a cop named Joe Glenowitz. Joe was a 30-year veteran of the local police department, and just a month after his retirement, he was found dead outside of an abandoned cement plant, shot in the chest twice at close range. But as you know, things are not always as they seem. After weeks of searching for Joe's killer, the lead investigator discovered chilling secrets about Joe and the local police department. The investigation would haunt the village of Fox Lake for years to come. I promise you, this story is worth a listen. Follow Over My Dead Body, Season 3, Fox Lake, on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening right now. Or you can listen early and ad-free by subscribing to Wondery Plus and the Wondery app. I love trying out new brands of underwear. Lately, I've wanted underwear that would be comfort meets style, but it seems like I could only get one or the other, but not both in one, until I found Tomboy X. Their underwear is super comfortable with the type of space you want to have down there. I love the patterns. They fit the many parts of my personality. The material is 95% spandex, soft and comfortable without being clingy. The prints are so great, I almost feel like I could just walk around in these without anyone realizing I'm walking around in my undies. I love that Tomboy X makes brazenly unapologetic underwear for all bodies, shapes, genders, and sizes. Really, all sizes. They pay attention to every detail, like no back seams for a wedgie-free experience, and super comfy, silky smooth waistbands that never roll down. From boxer briefs to bikinis, boy shorts to bras, every pair of Tomboy X is created to fit you and how you see yourself. And they've expanded beyond underwear too. Discover your inner tomboy and let me get you started with my special discount. Go to tomboyx.com and enter code SomethingScary to get an extra 20% off. That's an extra 20% off when you enter SomethingScary at tomboyx.com. tomboyx.com. Restrictions apply. See site for details. Are you looking for a new podcast? Then you will want to listen to Poe. It's a new Stitcher Premium exclusive podcast from the team that brings you Crime Junkies. Edgar Allan Poe is known as the original king of scary, and his 19th century stories can still evoke just as much fear 200 years later. He is one of my personal favorites, and I recently reread The Telltale Heart, as I do every year at this time. Each week, you'll get 2 new episodes. The first is the original retelling of the Poe story, read by actor Jake Weber. And in the second episode, you'll get a modern, reimagined version of the classic story so you can hear it in a whole new way. Poe is out now. Listen exclusively on Stitcher Premium. For a free month of listening, go to stitcherpremium.com/Poe, click Start Free Trial, select a monthly plan, and enter the promo code POE. That's stitcherpremium.com/Poe. Promo code POE. Fresh from San Diego, California comes a great sunglasses brand that I want to get the word out about. It's Blenders Eyewear. I enjoy that they're fun, kind of flirty, and are still very functional. The chromatic sleeve is my personal favorite. I love it. It's so easy to find in my bag when I'm reaching for my shades, and looks great when I'm pulling them out to wear. The company also sent me a sample of products that weren't really my style, so I gifted them to friends who love them. My outdoorsy hiker buddy, Andrew's favorite colors are blue and yellow, so he especially liked the Aqua Lounge shades with the polarized lenses. The company was started by Chase Fisher by selling his beachy shades out of a backpack while doubling as a surf instructor on Pacific Beach. His goal was to create an adventurous, mid-price eyewear option with the same cool factor as other leading styles. Unlike expensive big brand shades that you've probably lost or smashed in the past, Blenders are actually affordable, so you're not going to cry as much when the inevitable happens. Blenders always has new styles from orange polarized wraparounds, tortoiseshell frames with purple lenses, to classic gold arms on black lenses. And it's not just sunglasses, they also have prescription glasses, readers, and blue lights, as well as a snow collection with goggles and accessories. To score 15% off your Blenders purchase, visit blenderseyewear.com and enter promo code SCARYVIP. That's blenderseyewear.com, code SCARYVIP for 15% off. Blenders, rocked with pride worldwide. You know what's scary? Building a good team from the ground up. But even when you have everyone in place, you need Monday.com Work OS to bring it all together. It's a unified platform that teams like ours use to run all of our work projects. Monday.com gives you one single source for information and makes it easy to build totally custom workflows that fits your needs. To create our podcasts and videos, we have writers, illustrators, and editors all working on one project at the same time. With the visual ease you get with Monday.com, it supercharges your team efficiency, enabling everyone to focus on what matters most and helping meet their goals faster. Monday.com Work OS is good for small crews like we have at Something Scary, but it also feels like it could fit any team size or even industry. And with Monday.com, I can see what everyone on our team is working on. No check-in necessary. Teams are more productive when they work together. Tap into the magic of your team with Monday.com Work OS. Sign up for your free 2-week trial at Monday.com today. That's Monday.com Work OS. Sign up for your free 2-week trial today. If you'd like to submit a story, send me an email at SomethingScary@Snarled.com. Like and share this video if it gave you the chills, and don't forget to subscribe to Snarled and turn on the bell for notifications. And if you dare, follow me on social media. Until next time, my dark darlings, sweet dreams.